sure to stay to the end of this event because we're also going to give away some swag. So make sure you are on this, because this year's swag is going to be mind-blowing. I mean, I'm wearing the swag from last year. I love it. I'm kind of rocking it with my workouts everywhere I go, and people like look at it, whoa, what this is. And yeah, I'm really loving it. And this year is going to be even more cool. And if you saw the Hack Squad page and the Hacktoberfest page, you probably already seen that. So yeah, this is amazing. Another year passed. This is the third time that we at Novu are participating in Hacktoberfest, and we just love it because we have the opportunity and the honor to actually meet so many new people that want to contribute to open source, that are open source driven people that want to share their skills, their knowledge, to learn new things. And this is something that we definitely want to encourage more. And that's why we actually decided to go with the open source approach and to make sure that all what we do is out there in the open, that we are actively just walking the talk and really doing what we believe that is right. So, and I guess this is partly one of the main component of the huge success and the huge advancement of what Novu is actually currently is. And I would like also to welcome Tomer Bernea, the CEO of Novu, to tell a few words, to share his vision and his thoughts about Hacktoberfest and why everything is looking the way it does, because without him and Dima, his co-founder, who is also here and is also going to share a few notes, nothing of this would be possible. So please welcome Tomer Bernea. Make some noise in the chat, like woo!
Hello everyone, and have a happy Hacktoberfest and happy hacking. So I'm Tomer here. I'm from Israel, and as Emil mentioned, just 2 years ago, Dima and I started Novu. And at the time, the idea was we need to create this, and we need this to become the open standard. Both of us are coming from engineering experience, and obviously, if you want to be the open standard, there's actually only one way, right? It needs to be built from the community, by the community. It needs to be built for engineers and by engineers. At the end of the day, we can only wrap somewhat of information ourselves, but the community is much greater than us. And when you apply that to every bit of software being built, you realize you can build so much more things. For the last 2 or 3 years, we saw so much more companies created in this manner, from Cal.com to some of our Hack Squad, our participants like Tooljet. Many more companies are doing this open source first and trying to work with other developers to make sure what they're going to build is being built in the right way, as engineers love it. As Emmy mentioned, from day one, decided, it's not only going to be open source, we're going to be part of the open source community. And that's why from year one, we decided to participate in Hacktoberfest, which was interesting, I should say. First year we were, I think, like, it was basically Dima and myself. Dima was helping many folks, doing their first PR and helping us. We actually hired a lot of our team members from our first Hacktoberfest up to the second year, where we were bombarded by hundreds of you, and we were barely just making it through. I think some of the people here were here last time and were able to enjoy this. This year, we are expecting to see so much more. It's already started, and the team is already primed to help all of you and ship swag, help with PRs, help with issues. I hope you have a lot of fun this month. It's exciting. So many companies, so many projects are willing to help you participate, grow your engineering knowledge, and just, have fun and, also win some swag and hopefully eat some pizza. So have a great month and happy to see you here.
Amazing. Thank you, Tomer, for sharing those notes. It's really encouraging. Before we move to another slot, to another spot where Dima is going to share some of the highlights that we have over the year, I want to also note that last year, on the last Hacktoberfest, we had over 320 new contributors to the project, only from Hacktoberfest, only from 1 month. With so many issues and so many PRs that were submitted. This was crazy. We probably anticipate a bit something similar to that this year. But this year we are even more prepared with even more manpower. So it's going to be crazy. So Dima, hello.
Let me unmute myself and hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. Wow, what a year it was, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's already been a year. Can you believe it?
Yeah, we've been just reflecting with the team, a few weeks back, and we were like looking at it, and the code base, and the source lines of code actually written in Novo. I think we were like tripled the amount of what we had, in the previous year. Maybe 1/3 of it is related only to PNPM log files and YARN log file changes, but the other 2/3 of it is really kind of, looking. I think the last Hacktoberfest version was around 0.9, and we are today almost 10 releases, 10 minor releases after, and Novo kind of shaped to be, from literally, if you would look at it, it would be looking at a totally different system without a lot of the core functionalities, our users love and use till this day. And it was quite a ride, looking with the growing growth of the team and the number of contributors we actually had since the last year. And some of the contributors kind of stick around, for more than just October. And some of them are kind of made some friendships internally, and we are keeping contact and kind of on the ongoing contributions, which is really much appreciated. And I think we've made a lot of friends from all around the world, specifically in October, but also much beyond it. I think we can say we are the most translated notification system also. We got this trophy from last October. And I think, looking at some of the functionalities we actually been able to achieve together with the community and our core members with this team is anywhere around from new functionality and things that have been highly anticipated, such as webhook support back from the actual delivery providers, support for actors and avatars, webhook filters, online activity filters. So basically a lot of parts of the vision where we kind of outlined in the first image when we just started of this is what we want to do. So big parts of it were achieved during this year, but there is so much more things we would love to build and expand, looking at multiple pillars, right? So one pillar is around new functionality, but also deepening in some of the existing stuff we already have today, and also making sure that we are keeping the system up to date with the growing demand of usage and the number of notifications delivered by us, because we always speak internally, there is the one feature that people come to us, and this is to actually deliver the messages. And with the scale and the adoption from the community, from our user base, is something that is always keeping us on our toes to make sure that we can support the growing demand and the growing needs. So the performance aspect of it, the actual new functionality, and deepening the existing features we have to making sure they are more reliable, they are more going more deeper in terms of the different integrations and channels and the content editing. So there is really a lot what you can expect for the upcoming year. And I wanted to thank really the whole team and the whole company and everyone from the open source community and the moderators and admins all over the place, from Discord, from GitHub, for being a part of it. And for all of our amazing contributors that joined to us since I think the first line of code was released maybe like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And then since then, wow, what a ride.
That's crazy. Can you maybe also share kind of in perspective of maybe features and things that that was a bit of a challenge and was really notable, and something that you and the team and that we can just be really proud about? I mean, of course, everything is basically is, going
Yeah,
with
so
that?
there is really a lot of things, that we are always looking at and to improve and kind of looking back and it's like, wow, this is really incredible in terms of the effort and the work went into this. So there was a lot of work around redesigning our email editor to providing a good base for basically the growing amount of the actual functions and needs and kind of keeping it still simple to understand and utilize. And this is something that was a kind of a combined effort with some folks from the community base and also speaking with some of our users, trying to understand the gaps and where things are going. And each, I think I'm just looking at the list, of the things we have done here. Like each one of those is a story, right? And it's kind of a world of its own. So it's really hard to kind of pick one or two. But I think, reflecting back is always this moment where you kind of see, wow, you always feel that you need to do more, but kind of looking back is quite incredible to see what we've been able to achieve together. So, yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So thank you, Dima, for your notes, for your words. And I think that they are also very encouraging. And we also, like me and Dima, usually doing those office hours live streams every 3 weeks now, where we update on a consistent basis on what's actually happening with Novu and what's new, what are we building, where you can always come to participate, to ask questions, to even give feedback. And that's probably the most encouraged thing, because we know that if we would not have you, all of you in the community, we would have much less feedback, we would grow much slower, and things just would move much, much more slower than what it's actually been. And so this is a really crazy ride. And I know that a community is one of the key components of what we are doing. So again, thank you so much. And Dima, thank you for sharing your retrospective on this year. Prosper. So this year, like if we compare to last year, I was the only one who was on the developer experience side, but this year we already have, we can say 3, but technically even 4 people. They are all on this screen. It's Prosper, it's Sumit, it's Pawan. They are the folks who making sure that everything is being communicated as fast and in the like in the greatest way possible of what Novu is actually doing, to educate new developers, folks who are just discovering Novu and how to build, and also making it more accessible with new SDKs and different packages and things that we actually providing that you could be much more successful and integrate Novu much faster into your products, into your apps. And again, this team is crazy because there are those who are also really putting an effort to answer every question that being asked over Discord, over GitHub, over the social medias that we are participating in. So please give a shout out, and I'm giving a shout out to those folks, and just give a clap or a cool emoji in the chat for them. But anyway, Prosper, please, few words.
Hello, everybody. Wow, I can't believe, I was not here last year, but it's good to have seen the growth from, the activities that happened last year. I went through just reviewing the retro and everything that happened last year, and then just comparing what has happened last year to what is currently happening on the second day of Hacktoberfest, and I can say there's already a lot of difference, right? Right now, we already have people that are open issues on the GitHub repos, on our main repo, on the docs, on our SDKs. And it's just October 2. We still have like 29 more days to go in October. So it's really been exciting just for the first 2 days. And I just want to talk about like the developer experience right now for Novu. Can I go ahead, Emu?
Yeah, do it. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, because there's a lot to talk about the developer experience. So
absolutely,
there are a lot of things that have happened in the past like 5 months or 6 months, just improving developer experience of Novu. Novu started out as people knew Novu as the notification infrastructure for developers, but I would like to say people knew it for JavaScript developers, right? And now we have improved the developer experience so much that right now Novo is literally a full stack notification infrastructure. And I say full stack because it goes from backend to front end, right? Backend to front end to DevOps, if you are going to analyze it like that. So that means you can use Novo on the backend, you can use Novo on the front end, and you can actually have a log. You have an activity feed and a logger where you can debug your notification issues, basically. Like if something is happening with notifications, you can understand where it's coming from. That's how much the developer experience has grown. So let me talk about the SDKs, for example. We have right now we have about 100 participants on this Zoom call. And I can tell you categorically and specifically that we have an SDK for everybody here right now on this call. And if you doubt me, you can tell me what technology you use in the comment section, and I can tell you, I can show you the SDK we have for you right now. So we support the PHP SDK. We have support for Node.js, which is the Node SDK that we have currently have. We have support for Python. We have the Python SDK. We have support for Kotlin. We have support for Java. We have a Java SDK. We have support for even Elixir. We have an Elixir SDK. We have support for Laravel. We have a Laravel SDK. We have support for Go. We have a Go SDK right now. So we have .NET SDK as well. So if you use C#, if you use .NET, we have an SDK for you. So right now, we currently have about 8 to 9 SDKs just for all the major technologies that you can think about. And if you are trying to also use Novo on the front end for your in-app notifications, right, we have the Vue package that you can just import, and you can have this running in your Vue app in less than 3 minutes, literally. And you also have this, of course, for React. We also have the iframe, where you can just embed your iframe into any framework you're using, regardless of the framework, and you'll be able to use Novo quickly. We also have the web component. With the web component, if you're using frameworks like Svelte, or even if there was a JavaScript framework that was released last night, I can tell you that this web component works for it, because you can use it for any framework right now. So we have all of that support. And then even just recently, we added a quick start for Redwood.js. We spoke at the Redwood.js conference that happened last week. We are there, we also sponsored, and we already have a quick start on the documentation. One of the most significant things we have done this year, the DevRel team revamped our entire documentation. So if you are using Novo 6 months from now, the documentation you used to see is way different from documentation you see now. Right? Right now, you can just go to docs.novo.co if you have not checked out our documentation. And I can tell you that this is the best thing since sliced bread. This is the best documentation you will interact with right now. I'm telling you. So you can go ahead and check it and search for it. One of the things we have also improved is the search experience in the documentation. When you look at the documentation right now, if you cannot find what you're looking for, you can search. And if it doesn't come out in the index search, you can literally just type what you want. It is powered by AI. The search is powered by AI, and it can literally just provide solutions from our different repositories, from our GitHub repositories, from our Discord, from our GitHub discussions. It gets all the answers, aggregates them, and presents the answer to you. That's an amazing documentation, I must say. And that's great work from Sumit, from Emil, from Pawan. They are on this course, so give them their flowers, because they've done great work to improve the documentation. Then now I want to talk about the community, right? If you're not on our Discord channel, then you're missing out a lot, right? MU Summit, feel free to drop the link to the Discord channel in the chat, because right now in the Discord community, we have different channels. We have the chat, we have the contributors. We are very active in our Discord channel. And what we do is to help people that are just using Novo for the first time, or if you're trying to do anything around notifications or building an app and you've heard of Novo or you've seen notifications and you're trying to figure out the use case, one of the things we do is to help you craft out how to, how your use case can flow with the Novo infrastructure. So, and also we help you to understand how to use your technologies better, right? So if you, for example, you've done a demo and you're not too sure of how to go to advance on it, you can, drop a comment within the Discord channel, and we'll help you improve that. We'll ask you questions. And if it's possible, maybe, for example, you want to scale, we'll get on a call with you and see how we can provide, better infrastructure for you. So, I mean, a lot has been going on within the past 6 months, and I've talked about this. There's a lot more to talk about, but I think I've been talking for the past how many minutes now, so I'm just going to hand it over back to Emil, so that he can tell us the next agenda. Thank you, Emil. I don't know. We can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear Emil. I can't hear you.
Yeah. No, sorry. It's my bad. Well, I've been enjoying this, so don't worry. I really enjoying hearing your voice, and I even enjoy more to hearing the other voices here, because I know that from my point of view and from what I remember, I was hearing myself much more often, and right now I can hear many other voices. So it's really kind of a relief, and I really enjoying this because I can share the screen with other folks. So again, thank you all for participating and coming to this. I want to remind everyone that I said it in the beginning, I'm saying it now for everyone who was wondering. We also going to give away swag on this webinar and this stream, so make sure to stay till the end. We're going to send a form where you are going to submit your name and your GitHub URL to make sure that we could authenticate you, and then just randomly pick some one of you or some 3 of you and send you the cool swag that we have. So make sure to stay till the end. In any case, so this is a really crazy time for all of us. And one of the things that this kickoff event is basically to not just tell our thanks and to show our appreciation for all of you, it's also to highlight the things that we are preparing for this event. So first, I'm going to ask Dima. Dima, it's I know that it's a bit of a surprise, but can you share what issues people can find in our repository and how they can contribute?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, we kind of try to create a few kind of a wide range of different issues people can contribute to. And I know that also a lot of the work combined from Prosper and the DevRel team. So basically, it's anything from front-end contributors or any folks who are interested in the React kind of types of thing, front-end work that you kind of, maybe you have some experience, or maybe you want to participate in a real-world React project. So some of those issues are available, anything from fixing a small kind of design inconsistencies to implementing some nice features or improving existing behavior. So there's really a range of those. Some issues related to API work and API responses and API behavior. So there is really kind of a bit for everyone. And I also know that we have a few on the docs and SDKs repository. So we have different issues with different languages if you're not maybe familiar too much with JavaScript as your primary language.
Yeah.
So this is on the current features, and in terms of the contribution, so follow the kind of the standard practices when it comes to contributing to open source. Before submitting an issue, please take a look and try to see if there are maybe existing issues for something. If you are submitting a PR, please make sure to first be assigned to the issue and only then submit a PR, because unfortunately we'll have to close PRs just to make sure that people get the chance to actually contribute. So we won't have 20 contributions for the same thing, and kind of try to utilize everybody's time into the best way possible. And also our team is available. If you have any questions or thoughts, or you're not sure about something, feel free to ask either on GitHub or Discord, and we'll be happy to assist.
Absolutely. Now, Prosper, can you share with us, I know that it's a question that it's on everybody's mind, but how can people actually win swag and not just in this giveaway?
Yeah. I mean, we have something in store for everyone. In fact, this is the way it will look like. This time around, this is the first time we are going to be offering 2 types of swag, which is interesting. We've not done that before.
Oh.
First time ever. Yeah, so we have 2 types of swag kits. We have the normal swag kits and we have the premium swag kits, right? And so what is the normal swag kits? If you are able to get 3 of your PRs merged, that's 3 merged PRs, you get the normal swag kit, right? And that's for the first 90 contributors to get 3 PRs merged. You get normal swag kit, right? And then for the premium swag kit, if you are able to get 5 PRs merged, then the first 30 contributors to get, 5 PRs merged, we get access to the premium swag kit, right? I want to go into the details of the swag kit right now. So for the normal swag kit, you have your t-shirt, you have your socks, you also have stickers, right? But for the premium, you have shirt, you have a pair of socks, you have stickers, you have like a backpack, you also have like a case for your laptop, very secure case. You also have like a duffel bag, for travel. I think you have like 2 or 3 more items that I cannot remember right now, but I'm going to look it up and probably type it in the chat section. But just to tell you how, the premium swag kit is. So I encourage everybody right now, if you are trying to contribute to your issues to Novu, there are 2 ways to go about it, right? You have the code contributions and also the non-code contributions. So the non-code contributions are contributing to the docs, right? If you go to our organization, github.com/novuhq/docs, I also put it in the chat section, you will see that's the docs, right? And we have so many issues there that you can contribute to. And that the issues we have currently are not the only issues. We are still going to be adding more issues today, tomorrow, towards the end of the week. So if you cannot get one right now, don't be alarmed. Don't worry. There is a lot more coming to that place that can be assigned to you. And also on the main repository, which is like github.com/novuhq/novu, you can find a lot of issues there already. And then also we have issues on our SDKs. So if you go to the PHP SDK, if you go to the Go SDK, if you go to the Ruby SDK, or you go to the Java and the Kotlin SDK, we also have issues in each of those repositories. So I encourage you, if you go to the main repository, if you scroll down to the README and the contributing, you can see the list of all the other repos where we have issues, right? So you can click on them. If you're a PHP person, or you contribute to Go, or you understand Ruby, feel free to go to each of those repos and then work on those issues. And something that is very paramount, please, so one of the few things that we've observed is that people just go ahead and submit PRs, right? However, to provide decorum and allow us to effectively understand and go through all of these PRs, we advise you to go to an issue first and comment, to be assigned to that issue, so that we can assign you and know that you're already working on that issue, right? It will be difficult for us to be able to manage everything if people are just submitting PRs without even looking at the issues, or looking at the issues that have the Hacktoberfest label on them, or first issue on them, right? So it's good for you to just please read the contributing docs, read the README of the main repository, and then also read the README of all the other SDK repositories. And if you still have any more questions, please feel free to join the community channel, right? If you join the Discord channel, you have a lot more people like you asking more questions, and we are always online to quickly answer you and give you, just direct you to how to go about it. Even if you need help in answering a particular issue, because we sometimes understand that some of you might not have used Novu before, or some of you, this might be your first time contributing to JavaScript or some of the languages that we have, or this might even be your first Hacktoberfest experience, and we are trying to make it one of the best experiences you ever have, because the goal at the end of the day is to make sure you are not contributing to Novu in only the month of October. We want to see you contribute to Novu in November, in December, next year. We want to see you, join the team. We want to see your code, go live in a lot of clients, applications. And that's what open source is known for. That's what open source is great for. And we encourage everyone right now to contribute, check out the repos, join our community, and ask as many questions as possible. And we still have so many more issues coming to each of those repos. So there is an issue for everyone. There is an issue for everyone.
Absolutely. And before we go to the actual Q&A, I also want to highlight the actual events that are going to happen. So this week on Thursday, we have the first event for the Novu in Hacktoberfest. We're going to do a joint event with Chakra UI, also known as Panda CSS. Basically, we're going to build a headless notification center using Panda CSS to design the actual components. So join to our Discord. Make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to RSVP once you get a message or you're being tagged or whatsoever. What other events do we have? Prosper, do you mind to share? Because I know we have also Twitter Spaces. We have another event with Upright and SourceGraph this month.
So like you said, we are having the founder of Chakra UI. I mean, for many React and JavaScript folks here, many of you must have heard of Chakra UI or even used it or just seen it in the wild. We have the founder of Chakra UI joining us on Thursday, and we are going to be building an app live with him. So please RSVP for that. You can see the RSVP links on our Hacktoberfest link. If you go to novo.co/Hacktoberfest, you can see the events there, and you can see the link to RSVP. So you will be able to see the founder of Chakra UI live coding, and we're asking so many questions. He will also be there to answer your questions about Chakra and about Panda CSS. And then also we have with SourceGraph. For some of you that don't know SourceGraph is like, a code search engine for any type of code, big code, small code, medium code, right? We are going to be having the core contributors of SourceGraph also with us on the co-live stream, and we are going to be talking about open source SourceGraph, going through your code, using AI to search your code, or using AI in your editor to help, increase your productivity with code. And then, of course, we are also going to have a co-live stream with Upright. Many of you know Upright for building your full stack applications. They are going to be here with us live. And we are going to be using Upright also to build a full stack app, right? We have so many events lined up for you guys. Also, one of the events, I'm also going to be building an AI-powered app live, right? You're going to see me, use AI to build an app, and you're going to be able to ask questions. You're going to be able to, just see me do my thing, basically. So you have
behind your shoulder. Look behind your shoulder while you're coding, yeah.
Exactly. And then apart from the co-live stream, we are going to be having Twitter Spaces. We have Twitter Spaces with some of our GitHub stars, Samson Gode. We have also with the core contributors and the founders of Daily Dev that some of you know already. So we are going to also be having Twitter Space with just some of the popular developers that that you follow some of their work and you use some of their libraries. So I want you to stay tuned, right? Again, for more information about all of these events, go straight to novo.co/Hacktoberfest right now, the link. Sumit, you can put that link in the chat just in case some people don't get it right now. And you can see all the events that we're going to be having, and you can RSVP for any of those events. And you can also follow us on social media, follow us on Twitter. We always tweet about these events, right? So you can get daily updates. And also if you're inside the Discord channel as well, you can also get a lot of updates quickly about all of these events. This October is going to be a blast, really. And I really can't wait for you guys to be part of these events, learn how to be better at code, learn how to contribute to open source, get a lot of contributions to your name, build your personal brand, and just become a better developer.
Absolutely. All right, so I think that we're coming to the section where we are open to any questions that we have in the chat. Do we have any questions that you saw? Because I'm not really looking at the chat now. But I do know that a few questions were submitted. So I do want to highlight and make sure that we answer to those questions. So one of the question is, how do I track my progress in Hacktoberfest? So you can track your progress in the official Hacktoberfest profile. Basically, it's just going to monitor all your activities with the Hacktoberfest label, the PRs that you are going to submit, and that way you can see how many contributions you did. We have more questions here.
Also, just to add to that, we are working on a leaderboard that is going to be on the Hacktoberfest page. Again, novo.co/Hacktoberfest. So maybe by the end of today or tomorrow, you're going to be able to see a leaderboard, and that leaderboard is going to show basically the number of merged PRs against your GitHub handle, right? So if 3 of your PRs have been merged, you see there 3 and your handle. So basically, you're going to see all the top contributors. You're going to be able to look at how many contributions you have made so far, with that leaderboard, we're able to keep track of all of these contributions, at least to the Novo repo, right? Novo Hacktoberfest contributions, and we are going to be able to use that to know, okay, if you're qualified for like the premium swag kit, or you're qualified for just, even the normal swag kit. So that's going to happen too as well.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we're going to answer some other questions. Nevo, could you please send the form for the swag giveaway? Because I do want people to start filling it out, and give a few minutes to this to make sure that we're going to crush Google servers to see if we can actually do that. I mean, if everything will go smoothly and all of you submitted your forms, then well, we failed, but at least you will get a swag, some of you. In any case, let's continue with the questions, but also you can find the form right now in the chat, to make sure to go click on the link, fill out your name, preferably your full name with your GitHub URL. And in a few minutes, we're going to randomly select 3 lucky winners, and Nevo is going to help us with that. So what other questions do we have? Okay, I know that it's a bit a technical question, but do I need to pay duty for swag?
No, we're taking care of that.
No, we're taking care of all of that. Good. How long would it take to receive swag? Okay, many technicalities.
Yes, so just because there are a lot of people involved here, it's going to take between 60 and 180 days after Hacktoberfest. And the reason why it's taking that long is because we want to ensure that first, we get the right, for example, if you qualify to get the swag, we want to also get the right size for you. We don't want to ship don't want to ship something that is too large, you're small and you cannot wear it, or you're large and you're wearing something small. So we want to get like all the correct details and ship it to you, and make sure you get it in full and be able to wear it and just enjoy the swag properly. So between 60 to 180 days after Hacktoberfest, you should get it, at least before the end of the year.
Yeah, I have also a question here. Can I register for both Hack Squad and Hacktoberfest to get swag? So it's also probably a question to use Nevo here. Nevo, do you mind to answer that?
Yes, we can do both. I mean, as long as Hacktoberfest don't want it, but we accept both. So go for it.
Yes. So probably by contributing to Novo in different ways, you will have a tree planted on your behalf by DigitalOcean. You will get a swag kit from Novo. And if you are participating in HackSquad, you're probably going to be eligible for their swag. So, well, you can win all around and do some good for the planet. All right. Do we have any other questions?
Another question from the crowd there about Novo's participation in GSOC 24. I have no idea what it is, but a few people have asked about it.
Oh, what is it? I don't know what it is.
I think it's some event in India that they do. From what I know,
it stands for Google. It stands for Google Summer of Code. It's an event organized by Google to promote open source. And no, we will not. We don't currently have plans to participate in it. So unfortunately, no GSOC for us.
Okay, probably maybe next time. If we will see that there is a valid reason to do it, and we probably happily would join it. So make sure to highlight this over the Discord, maybe DM me or DM any of the folks you see here and suggest that. So we make sure to really consider it next time. So are we closing the forms, Nevo?
Have people filled the forms yet?
Let's give people like 1 minute since we're starting. Right now, go to the form.
Okay.
Here is the URL. I see that most people already submitted. So here is the thing. In the chat, there is 117 people. In the form submitted, 110 people. So seven people are like AFKs,
We're
just waiting for the end and then missed the form in the whole process.
giving
It's all
it's all about what, Dima?
It's all the panelists here, all 7 of us.
Yeah,
It might
actually,
make
yes.
sense.
So it's exactly 100. I say 111 now. It was like
Okay,
somebody
then-
from outside.
or someone from here, from the panel. Sumit, I know that you
Definitely.
submitted. All right.
Okay, I think we
yeah.
can do it. I think we can do
Yeah,
it.
let's get some 3 random numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Nevo,
let
please lead this part.
Yeah. 1 second. Here.
For all of you who don't know, Nevo is basically the legend behind all the trading articles on Dev2. Basically, is breaking Dev2 in any way possible, along with GitHub trending and many other things. He's probably our secret weapon and wizard. And he's also the one who is running Hack Squad. So yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Let me share my screen. My screen is pretty huge, so maybe we can zoom it a bit. The only thing that I would like to do before we do it is to kind of like remove you, Emil, from here. And you
come
also,
on.
Dima.
I wanted it.
And then next time, register by an alias name so he won't see us.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also, do you know how to do like I want to color like the duplicates? How do I do that? So format. I think it's
Man, listen, I think that if we would stumble upon a duplicate, we will see it right away. It's three
no, but it
winners.
might be in different numbers. Then the person wins in the end because like you get it. But let's do like that, like what Emil said. So we will do a number with between 2 and 111. And then if this person is there, we will see if there is another column is there. And if he is, so we will disqualify it. So if you know that you already submitted twice, just say it over the chat so we can remove you.
Yeah.
Nobody. Okay, cool. So the screen is cut. We don't see everything. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stop the share. Now open my laptop because my laptop is smaller than this screen. Second. And I'll share my screen now. Okay. Everybody can see now? It's a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, it's much better.
Okay.
Much better.
So we'll do Google random number. And between 2 and 111.
Drum rolls.
Drum rolls. I don't think that Zoom has sound effects, right?
Wait, I have to go to P. I'll come back. Okay. Generate. Okay, number 2, specifically odd.
What?
So who is number 2? Let's mark you here. Are you over the chat here? Can you say something?
It's him.
Okay.
Yeah, just mention.
Oh
Here.
wow. I mean, the lucky one. Actually, I think it's honorable because it's basically the first one who submitted the form. So it's really cool.
And just like to tell you, if you haven't participated in Hack Squad and Novo last year, by the end of the event, you will have a form. And in this form, we already know, like you will authenticate with your GitHub ID, like we did it last day, and then you will submit all your details about the shipment. So this is why we haven't asked you here. Okay, next number. It will be weird if it will be 3, but let's see. Okay, 103. That's like a very random number.
It's good. It's good. Where's 103? Drum rolls. Come on. And
Legend.
yay. Are you here in the chat? Nile Jen.
Oh yeah, it's in the chat. Like,
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
yeah,
Okay.
congratulations.
Right? Congratulations. I think it's
Okay,
congratulations.
last
I hope.
one. Did you
Last
see our
one,
number,
come on.
by the way? What is the number that you want? Did you see the number? Can you write it over the chat? Do you see your number?
Yeah, tell us the number
41,
that you think
11.
you.
Okay.
Okay, wow, okay.
Okay. Next number.
What's the numbers over the chat?
Last
There's so
one.
many.
Last one. It's not very exciting button, you know?
Yeah. Again, number 2? Okay. What is wrong
I
with it?
think it's broken.
Random number generator, because this is not random at all.
Oh,
number
78. Who is 78?
Ganesh.
All right, congratulations.
Are you here? Sherry Ganesh? Is he here?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, it's here. Good. Amazing. All
Oh, but
right,
just for
so
you all to know that we have a
congratulations.
lot more giveaways, and especially also on HackSquad about like almost every event. So, join all the events, all of them, and learn a lot of stuff. It's not only for this way, but join all the events.
It's not only for this one. It's never only for this one. All right. Amazing. So, Nevo, I think that you can stop the screen sharing. Good. All right. So, on this note, again, I want to thank everyone who came, who participated, to the chat, to the panel here, to Tomer, Nevo, Pawan, Sumit, Prosper, Dima. Thank you all for joining. Thank you to all the Novus teams that are in the chat that I know that are there. And everyone who participated, came, supported, contributed probably already. And just make sure to stay tuned on our Discord, on every platform that you know that we are active on. And make sure to participate in all the events that we are preparing for you, because we want to provide value and we want to give back some of at least you give to us in other forms. So really, thank you so much for coming, and have a good rest of the day, morning, night, whatever. Bye bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.